Hi there, it's nearly 4:07. Thanks for your company today. We start with this story. GBNews has witnessed the cat-and-mouse tactics between French police and Channel migrants as the authorities face an almost impossible task of mounting effective patrols over many, many miles of the French coastline. Over days of filming, our team saw police using beach buggies to intercept groups of migrants before dispersing them with tear gas. But the criminal gangs are simply regrouping and making a dash for the sea again the moment police move off to chase other groups of migrants further down the beach. I'm joined by our Home and Security Editor Mark White, who's here with us to talk over some of that footage that our team has gathered. Tim Montgomery is alongside him and will be alongside me for the rest of today's show for the next 2 hours. Mark, what did we see?
Well, we saw a lot, and it's important, I think, because we've obviously been very used to seeing images from this side of the channel. So whenever we can, it's good to try to get out to the French side to see what's happening there in terms of the policing effort. Now, we witnessed boats trying to get out and getting out. You can see this large green inflatable being pushed out by a group of migrants, and then these incredible drone pictures from above as well. Now, we counted them, and there are 50 people that get onto this vessel. Not an inch of space on this vessel, absolutely full to the gunnels as it heads out into the English Channel and across to UK waters. 20,500 people have crossed so far this year. Now, this vessel set off from a stretch of coastline at Gravelines, which is between Dunkirk and Calais. It's one of the preferred beaches for the people smugglers, but there's a vast area of coastline there in northwestern France. Many miles. It's really difficult for the French police to be there in any numbers. Apologies
if you are listening on radio, but as Mark describes it, you can paint a picture, can't you? And it's also a picture that we see reflected back at us of a mill pond, the English Channel, Mark. At this time of the year, you can see why you get this seasonal spike in the summer. Yes, I mean, the images that the viewers can see now, and I'm describing for radio, are showing a group of migrants, about a dozen or so, that are visible there within the dunes heading down towards the beach. Now, we spoke about these buggies. You can see them coming into shot now that the French police have used. And they try to intercept them as quickly as possible, firing off clouds of tear gas as well to try to disperse the groups. And yes, they run off into the dunes, Colin, and the police are there in numbers fairly quickly. But there's so many of these Channel migrants trying to cross in these boats that the police, when they inevitably head back down the beach to another sighting to deal with that, then the group that they've just been with are then regrouped by the people smugglers, and then they take a pop again to see if they can get back out to sea. And we know that even though it maybe takes a few attempts to do that, Colin, they are successful in the end in the vast majority of cases. It just feels, I know we've talked this to and fro, Mark, again and again, haven't we? But it does feel sometimes when you look at that, the clarity of that drone footage, and how easy it was for us, a commercial journalistic organisation, to get that footage. And this technology is available to the authorities. I mean, somebody was saying to me a couple of days ago, you know, drone tech's really cheap. You get a drone that literally rams into these inflatable dinghies, punctures the thing before it gets into deeper waters. Stop the problem just off the shore. Yeah, and this is happening, though. The Royal Navy, the French authorities as well, they have drones up. They have helicopters. The Royal Navy have been operating a Wildcat helicopter in a reconnaissance mode since they've been in charge of command and control. They're up there, these drones. They're filming in real time. They will have filmed that as we filmed it as well. The difficulty is this is happening in seconds. It doesn't take them more than a minute or so to get from the dunes into the water. And by the time you then radio on to the buggies and the police, it takes them a few minutes to get back there. Yeah. They're fighting. It is like the game whack-a-mole, isn't it? You know, you get rid of them, you get them down at one point, they pop up at another point, you're away, and then they get back offshore.